Million years ago on the planet Earth, two brothers started watching Transformers media, and now they are going to make it your problem. Hi, I'm Hayden.
I'm Frankie.
And welcome to BroBots in Disguise, where we are going through and discussing every episode of every major Transformers cartoon.
And let's give a warm welcome to our podcast, all the way from Alpha Trion's secret base, our new guest, Sarah!
Woo! Sarah!
Hi!
Welcome to the pod.
It's good to be here, ready to talk Transformers and hopefully survive. I am from a Detroit area, so I know little things about cars. And I love animation and nerd stuff, so.
Yes.
Awesome. And why don't you tell us a little bit about your connection to Transformers? How did you get into the franchise? What was your first Transformer toy, if any? And what would you transform into if you were a Cybertronian?
Okay, so I definitely growing up in Detroit with cars. I grew up watching the series that was actually based in Detroit.
Nice.
Love that one. I dreamed
Animated.
I could become one
Yes.
eventually, like the girl in it.
Yes.
Her name is definitely not similar to mine. But I definitely had a lot of Transformer toys. Like the Bumblebee was my absolute favorite.
Yes.
Optimus,
Yeah.
things like that. My brothers would usually steal them.
Mine!
Very kind to their little sister.
Right.
If I had to transform into something, we do live near the beach, so it'd have to be something like sand-worthy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but also giant, what is it, tires that can go over sand and rocks and stuff like that.
Like a beach monster truck.
Yeah, so like a dune buggy.
Yeah, a
pretty
dune
much.
buggy. There we
Which,
go.
you know,
giant
in
inflatable
Michigan,
wheels.
they
Yeah.
have the sand deserts with dune buggy races.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So
Awesome.
you just can flip and everything. So I'd want to be able to, small, compact, can punch you in the face with a tire
Cool.
and survive.
Tire fists.
Right? That'd be
Awesome.
me.
Nice.
All right, I've got my work cut out for me making your
Your
avatar.
profile.
Your
Inflatable dune buggy.
Also small and compact. Maybe a mini con.
Yeah.
Dark purple, please.
I did.
Yes.
Dark purple? Nice. Oh, I should have made your text purple in here. I just left them as red. I do actually base all of the little avatar characters off of the transformation schemes of the mini-bots. So yeah, they are small and
I don't think there's ever been a dune buggy transformer.
There
Beachcomber.
is. Beachcomber.
Beachcomber. Yeah.
I have a brain, I swear.
He's got them shades.
That's like his one.
I was wearing sunglasses all day today. That could have worked.
Yeah.
Wow.
Should have brought them in.
Perfect. Okay, cool. So I can just base your toy off of Beachcomber.
There we go.
We'll just repaint Beachcomber.
It's a remodel.
I mean, I based yours off of
Deep purple Beachcomber.
Yeah. It's just some Marvel misprints.
Yeah, mine was based off
Yours
of
based
Gears.
off Gears and Brawn.
This was
Yeah.
paid off,
Yeah.
it was bought off of Wayfair. We don't talk about
Yeah.
that.
Yours is
There may
the-
be lead involved.
Yours is the Temu, Beachcomber.
It's called sand brush, okay?
There we go.
Brush.
Sand brush.
Sand brush.
Sandstorm also turns into a.
Oh yeah,
And a
inexplicably.
helicopter.
Even though he's never seen a beach on his life.
We don't question it, okay?
Yeah.
There's dust storms in space. Maybe there's a
Yeah,
beach.
there we go. Yeah,
Yes, science.
and also a helicopter that can traverse the depths of space.
Sometimes the sun looks like a helicopter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah. He is
Halo.
bright orange.
helicopters work in space, according to Transformers.
According to Transformers.
Neither of them are in this episode. So,
Welcome back to Season 2 of BroBots in Disguise, where we are discussing Season 2 of the original Transformers animated series, released in 1985 and largely following the episode order for Season 2 on TF Wiki, Transformers Wiki, with a few minor adjustments for continuity. In today's episodes, female Autobots are not extinct in The Search for Alpha Trion. A girl got the hots for a robot in The Girl Who Loved Powerglide, and the Autobots head to the movies in Hoist Goes Hollywood. Looks like we'll be learning about the woman of cinema this time.
First up, The Search for Alpha Trion. A guerrilla team of female Autobots raid Shockwave's storehouse of Energon on Cybertron. This leads to their leader, Elita 1, being captured, and Starscream uses her to lure Optimus into a trap. Elita 1 uses her special power to save him, but needs to be taken to Alpha Trion to be repaired after. More Autobots team up with the female Autobots, and with the renewed might of Optimus and Elita, they drive off Starscream and Shockwave.
Our very truncated synopsis.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is like the girls' night episode.
Yes.
We've been introduced to the female Autobots here.
So they are pretty distinct in that, one, they don't have toys.
Yeah, they don't have physical weapons that they carry with them, really.
Yeah.
They don't have like giant, bulky shoulder guns.
Right. They don't have
like
like
that.
very obvious parts that are like, this is obviously part of the vehicle, or this
Yeah.
is obviously part of this.
But they still have forms.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so-
they transform. Yeah,
It-
I like
it's a-
I like how they kind of got a 50s futuristic designs.
Yes.
And their voices sound like they well, they sound like actual women instead of little anime girls.
Yeah.
What? An adult's playing an adult?
But they're also their character designs are feminized without being too over sexualized. Black arachnia.
It's a pretty egregious design from Beast Wars.
Their color palette was like pastels and muted, though.
I really like Moonracer's
She's
very mint green design.
Toothpaste.
Yeah,
Toothpaste.
but Chromia I think is like the most standout design out of all of them. I mean, Elita 1's head shape with like the antenna and the giant boxy shape, pretty distinct. But I really like Chromia's like head crests with like kind of a popped collar sort of look on her torso. But yeah, very distinct designs, especially since these are the first very explicitly female Transformers ever shown in Transformers at all.
You can tell how needed they are because everyone's like, I thought you guys were all extinct.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, darn! I didn't. Wow.
Yeah, I was like, so are they like a species that they could go extinct?
Like you aren't needed for reproduction.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So, but they are smaller, and I noticed they're doing a lot of like espionage stuff. So I wonder if they just are really good, like the small, sleek, like
It's probably like the
Bumblebee-esque.
ninja thing.
Like
Yeah.
before they had Bumblebee,
Right.
they had the females who were like, yes, we're gonna sneak in and do all this super spy stuff.
Yeah.
Totally spies. Hashtag Autobots.
Yeah, there you go.
I feel like they're the
There's a
ninja
crossover for
thing
you.
where, like, you know, the fact that we know that ninjas exist means that they were really bad at being stealthy. So I think the female Autobots just succeeded at it.
And I thought it was
thought he
interesting that the first introduction to them was being sneaky, and they survived on Cybertron for that long. I'm like, that's actually very impressive.
Which is like
even Optimus
it's,
left.
It's under a strict Decepticon regime. It's basically a dead planet at this point.
Right. Now I feel like they're
Chromia.
more like a specific faction. Like they are like a guerrilla team in a secret base.
They feel like Charlie's Angels.
I will say, go back to their facial features and stuff. It goes back to I watched Steven Universe, and when they introduced the diamonds, like White Diamond with that really angular white face, and even the tone of White Diamond, it was, and they were like very stone-like appearances for a second.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really cool. I was like, ooh, I see how now TV is taking inspiration from like the 80s and even color palette wise. I was like, I like that.
Steven Universe has a lot of really good like 80s inspiration and stuff.
Yeah.
Mr. Universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I do like that their personalities are like fairly distinct as well. Like not just their designs and stuff. The writing doesn't entirely revolve around the fact that it's like, wow, they're women.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
Right.
They're on a mission.
Yeah.
I
didn't know you could do that.
Right.
I don't even think they take direct commands from Alpha Trion, because at first I was like, oh yeah, well she has to be subordinate. It's the 80s, so she still has to be subordinate to the man. And then I was like, wait a minute.
Well,
no, actually, he's just a consultant.
Yeah, Alpha Trion is more like a Ben Kenobi, like kind of off in the distance.
Yeah.
Well, it took me forever.
Like a confidant.
It took me forever to realize. I was like, oh yeah, Optimus Prime. And then she's Elita 1.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, they're both leaders in their own groups.
Right.
And then when you have the characters meet later on at the end and they just all match.
Yeah.
I was like, what? A girl doing a Man's job. Nice job. Nice job.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting that she's called Alita 1 too,
Yeah.
because it's like, is there Alita 2?
I
3?
was waiting for an Alita motorcycle slide underneath a semi truck.
Yes.
Just like sliding under
Yeah.
bombs exploding in the
Do
background.
the Akira slide.
Yeah, it's sad we don't get to see her alt mode as clear as we do the other ones. Also, Firestar is interesting because when she transforms, her legs fall off.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that. The body just kind of separated.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah. She's got a little Omega Supreme stuff
Just
going
lost a
on
few
there.
pounds. I got it.
Yeah. Like a little parts forming going on, but it's interesting that that's actually shown, you know? It's like, for a character who does not have a toy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I imagine RC was created before these characters, but when they found out that RC was going to be in the movie, which chronologically comes after this, they were like, hey, we can put some girls in the show, too.
Yeah.
So.
It's really unfortunate that they didn't get any actual toys until, like, after G1 was done.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't make anything until, like, way later, and then even then, a lot of them were still just, like, redecos of...
But that allows them
Existing
to have their own
toys.
original designs.
That's
too,
true.
You know, they're not...
Man, they'll make anything a toy.
Yeah.
These
Yeah.
days. It's lovely, but I'm just like, man, I grew up poor. I couldn't afford those toys. All I
Right.
had was a rejected Bumblebee my cousin didn't want.
The beat up
Right.
Bumblebee who's missing a horn.
He wanted Ratchet and all the good ones that had muscles and stuff.
Yeah, I remember being a kid and thinking, man, I want toys of all these characters and I want them to be super accurate. And then nowadays I'm like, heck, yeah, now we have toys of way too many characters and they're all super accurate and they're all super expensive. And I miss those days where they, you know, you just had to deal with what you got. Yeah, this you know, Springer does not turn into exactly the same exact thing. He's actually better.
Just ignore the fact that my Barbie's arm came off and we just put like some gears into it or something else. You know?
There we go.
You had Terminator Barbie.
Cybertronian Barbie.
We would put firecrackers in them.
Okay, Sid from Toy Story.
If we farm, okay? There's big open land, you know?
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
got
You had
bored,
room for the explosions.
right? We don't know what head would be attached to like what body, limb-wise. Those weird connector toys, we'd have like a little...
Even before you watched Transformers Animated, you were still trying to make Sorry.
One day I'll be taller.
Yes. I like that you pointed out that Megatron has Optimus on speed dial just to gloat.
Right? He was like, ooh, I discovered the females exist. Hey, Optimus, look what I got.
Right.
It's 2 Earth hours. I like how they are specific because, you know,
Yes.
Optimus is on Earth. So
Yeah.
he decided to clarify. He's very considerate
Indeed.
for an arch enemy. Like, and not like,
2 Earth
hey,
hours.
and 2
They've
like
all-
clicks or whatever, or, you
Yeah.
know.
Right. They've all
Earth-
switched their clocks.
Astro
to-
seconds.
Like, I picture like when the heads of state have the clocks from all the different
Yeah.
areas of the world. He's
Yeah.
Megatron
Good
says
job.
Optimus time, my time.
it's like very considerate for an arch enemy.
Exactly.
Good kudos.
It's also the most emotional that we've seen Optimus. Well, no, not really. He's had blinding rage at certain points.
That's
in the show.
standard for him.
But
yeah.
this is the most that he's been, like, go out and do the thing without telling anybody,
Oh,
sort of
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
like, do my own mission.
Right. I'm gonna do this
Um,
by myself. Normally, he like tells people like, "No, I gotta do it myself." Like in Prime Target.
Yeah.
But this one, he's just like, "What? My girlfriend?"
Yeah.
And then just runs out of the base.
I will get to that in a a little bit.
Yeah,
I know.
because-
I have some comments about that too.
Yeah.
But I think it's interesting that Megatron immediately knows who Elita 1 is.
Right?
And just
Yes.
assumes that, okay, female Autobots still exist. Elita 1 must exist.
Right.
Find her. Maybe from War Dawn he remembers her because they he killed her.
There was only the other 3 bots. So
Right,
I'm like,
yeah.
oh, you just
Yeah.
knew their leader survived.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
And then the 2 unnamed ones in the background who do have names now, but...
Yeah,
that's
it's
like
on the
the-
wiki page.
Yeah.
The orange and purple one, and then like the different green one.
Yeah.
Don't
Not a
know
mint
what's-
green,
With
but
elf
like
ears.
a elf
The
ear
wiki
green
article
one.
about that was interesting in itself.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
Well, one off about Alita. I love her voice. It's super like low and deep, and it's such a good
It's a
contrast
good
to.
counterpart to Optimus.
Yeah.
Reminds me of almost like a news anchor woman.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
talking about like giving like those big like
Yeah.
wartime like, hey, this is happening in this area. Come here now or
Yeah.
something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
She reminded me of
Transatlantic accent going
like
on.
Yeah.
Galadriel a little bit with like her voice.
Yeah.
But she also has vague and mysterious magical powers like Galadriel, and she can apparently freeze time
Yeah,
for some reason.
I had to like stop that watch it 5 times. I was like, what's happening?
Yeah.
Screaming, epilepsy warning,
Yeah.
special effects, bubbles.
Bubbles, time bubbles.
Yeah. So is she actually stopping time, or is she just freezing everyone in the area like the big off switch does in Five Faces of Darkness?
I think she's freezing them.
Yeah.
Because then as soon as she touches Optimus, he's
Yeah.
like perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But I did think it was interesting because she doesn't have, those big physical weapons.
Right.
Her weapon is like herself in a
Yeah.
way, but by using that, she's obsolete. But it makes me wonder if the other female Transformers have their own versions of secret-ish weapons.
Oh, that could be cool, yeah.
Because the guys all have the big ones. Later on, the girls get weapons and stuff too.
Yeah.
But in this one, they are stripped bare almost in the fact like they don't have guns, but she has not a voice,
basically
but like a sound
superpower?
wave.
Yeah.
A air wave.
Yeah, it is interesting because she like screams and that's what
It's
activates
like,
it.
it's like spirals, and I'm
Yeah,
like, okay,
spirals
sound
and
wave was
lights
there.
and- yeah.
Time scream sounds very
Time
appropriate for it.
Alita, name change now.
But it seems
Yeah.
I feel like it was something that like later things could pick up on as like, oh, this is a secret ability that you can eventually learn to harness and use.
Hopefully
but right
not
now,
die.
yeah.
yeah. I
Right
think
now,
it's
it's
funny
too
that
powerful.
Alpha Trion just gives it to her and then is like, don't ever use that.
I also love how he's like, now remember, Alita, we talked about this. Don't use your secret power that will kill everybody.
It's like he knows her or something.
Yeah.
Like, hey, let me remind you about this one thing real quick. Real quick.
This definitely won't come into play later in the episode.
I made both of you way too heroic.
Yeah.
Gosh dang your chivalry.
But that's kind of cool about, well, we'll get into the relationships later, but that Alita and Optimus are like a perfect match for each other in that they, as leaders, because they are both self-sacrificial for their team members and stuff, is that Optimus is constantly trying to get himself killed so that people can survive.
And Optimus does regret leaving Alita.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like that huge thing where he's like, I'll come back for you. And he's like, finally, I'm coming back.
Yeah.
I'm doing it. I'm a man or an Autobot of my word.
Yeah.
Why
A
didn't we
real
do it
gentleman.
Okay, I was like, why didn't he do that sooner? As soon as they were able to get to Cybertron
Just
easier,
forgot.
and then, I think it's pretty obvious that he thought she was dead.
Yeah.
Everybody did
Right.
until this moment. So where have they been all this time? But the famous error is in the first episode when they launched the Ark off of Cybertron. There's no attack going on. But in this episode, when they flash back, there is an attack going on. And that's why he thinks she's dead.
Micro battles.
Yeah. Well, actually, yeah. I was thinking maybe he did search for her. There was like the big attack. It seems weird that he would just look out and be like, "Oh, she's gone," and then goes in. But maybe this is a truncated memory we're seeing, and it's. Maybe he did go out. Yeah, he did go out and search for her, and it was sometime later that they took off, and that's why the battle had calmed down at that point. There's no battle in the first episode. Or maybe the female Autobots are off stopping the attack from happening, and that's why they were able to leave without any attack.
Also, a unique thing with them is they were underground. Like, they had to get, what's
Yeah.
his name? The guy with the big guns hitting the ground.
Oh, Rumble.
Rumble.
I
Yeah.
was like, I was going to say Rumbler.
Close.
And he was hitting the ground and it destroyed their base in that part.
yeah.
So, like, did they have underground tunnels they were just connecting to things and sabotaging
It
stuff?
could be.
Yeah.
And they were stealing the Energon and they knew what they were doing, so they could have just
Yeah.
done little subtle things so that no one knew they existed. They just thought there was a lot of incompetent workers. Sorry, Shockwave.
Yeah.
They managed to escape.
Start screaming like the bunt of the girls' weapons. You know?
Yes.
Sorry.
Starscream's blunders was actually sabotage.
Right?
It could also be that Cybertron, we've seen prior to Ultimate Doom, is massively depleted of energy. It could be that they've just been in hibernation all this time, and that's why we haven't seen them in other episodes.
True.
Because why wouldn't they come out during Ultimate Doom? Well, it's because they didn't, Cybertron wasn't at the power level it is at now.
Yeah.
Even though that big glowing pit in the middle is
Or maybe
always
they
glowing.
saw that they were suddenly in the orbit of another planet and they're like, nah, there's nothing we can do here, man.
That's the main source. We don't touch the main source.
Yeah.
Speaking of Shockwave, I love that Shockwave's better idea is just being more sadistic.
What if we torture them more?
I'm surprised he didn't try to take the Matrix leadership that nobody knows exists yet.
Well, it's interesting that I think reverse engineering it, you know, does the Matrix exist at this point, you know, at the time of writing and stuff like that? Probably not. But it is cool that Optimus has the Matrix and Alita has a Matrix tier level ability.
Yeah, whatever time warp.
Because like the Matrix is the power of life, and then
freeze.
Alita has the power over time,
right?
Sort of thing.
Which
is pretty neat. Yeah. Alpha Trion is a pretty interesting character, design-wise and position in the story-wise. This is his first appearance in general, though, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm really jealous of his mustache and goatee going on.
That nice Fu Manchu.
My guy is styling. He's got a cape, too.
Wise, old, sits there.
Shoulder
Come to him.
pads.
Yeah.
Cape. We never see him transform, and I wonder if he's so old that he just doesn't transform.
Rusted gears.
Yeah.
Yes.
No one's there to put oil on him like the Tin Man, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
like Emirate Zaron in the comics.
or Vector Prime.
I don't know if you've ever watched the newest Transformer movie that came out.
Transformers 1? Yeah.
And you just have the guy that's stuck onto it and he just pops up and like there's all the dirt and stuff all over him.
Yeah. Well, that's him. That's Alpha
Oh wait,
Trion.
that's him?
Yeah.
Man, see, I'm really bad with names.
Yeah, that's Alpha Trion. That's that universe's version of Alpha.
It's funny because he famously never transforms in like most of his appearances and stuff.
Yeah.
So for that movie, they had to come up with like, well, what does he transform in this? And apparently their decision was laser unicorn.
We're not going to talk about the new one that much. There's so many issues.
I honestly loved it, but I can see how
There were some weird things. Although I'm just a person who doesn't like it when they change into animals. I'm like, but it's not a robot.
that's fair.
So you
Don't go
like
beast mode. Yes, I'm so annoyed. I'm like,
you're a truck nut monkey.
Truck nut monkey. Truck
give me
nut
my
monkey.
Corvette now.
Let me
Where are we
see.
at? Yeah, so Alpha Trion, he has he's so special, he has a green room. Yeah, all the
Yes.
Autobots have orange, all the Decepticons have purple, Alpha Trion has green.
We even seen that with the female Autobots, is that their hideout is orange.
It is orange,
'Cause it's like, they're Autobots.
I never even realized that.
Yeah, all the
Yeah.
Decepticons have purple rooms, all of the Autobots have orange rooms,
Yep.
but Alpha Trion has a green room.
Keeping my Decepticon color, okay?
Yeah.
But oh my gosh, that makes so much more sense now, even in the newer shows. With them being
Yep. Everything's purple.
mind blown.
Because
Yeah.
the symbol's
I'm
purple.
not gonna say why my favorite color is purple though. Like apparently it's just secretly
either
evil in
Decepticon
me.
all the time.
Secretly evil.
But I like that he opens up a can of worms that goes unanswered this episode.
Yeah.
Like,
But
you
it'll
know,
show
it's
back
like
up
only
and
my
go down.
creator would know that. And he's like, well, I don't know, you know.
Yeah.
But then they never actually like confront him about it or anything like that. It's like, you know, oh, he was always like a father to me
An
and
optimist.
stuff. It's like,
It's like more than you know.
yeah,
Yeah, why doesn't he just straight up tell her?
I know. I'm like, are you admitting that you guys have the same dad?
yeah.
Like,
If so, this makes the romantic chemistry here a lot more awkward.
like you're bot, so there's no such thing as human incest or anything.
Yeah.
So best buds, high five, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
I guess this is a good time to address the topic of like Transformers romance in that it does exist.
It does.
However, it doesn't exist for any sort of procreation
Yeah.
purposes. It is just a companionship thing.
And it's very different from the Transformer human relationships we've seen so far.
Yes.
Because you guys even mentioned this in some of your previous episodes, but it's very like friendly in this.
Yeah.
And I didn't
Yeah.
think it was hilarious because during it they're like, what is it, Firestar and
Inferno.
Inferno.
yeah.
And Inferno is like, oh yeah, we should hang out. And then she's like, well, maybe when the war's over. And he's like, we work well together. And she's like, well, as good as we ever were. And I'm just like, that's
It's like, that's tough,
That's
Inferno.
tough,
I'm sorry,
bud.
buddy. That's rough, buddy.
right. I was
After 4 million years,
She's-
which was
I
just
think-
a long nap.
I think it's been like more than just centuries, and she's just like, I still maybe hang, maybe group hang, you know?
It's like,
Yeah.
it's like, maybe we can hang out. Well, yeah, as friends.
You didn't come
yeah.
looking for me earlier. I mean,
Yeah.
Optimus is the winner, apparently.
Yeah, I do.
I like the little hints of past between the characters, like Inferno and Firestar were on some sort of fire rescue team or something
Yeah.
like that in the past.
And it wasn't like an immediate, oh my gosh, so good to see you, thank you for saving me. It's like, yeah, we're working together.
Yeah.
I think, like, watching this as a kid, I was like, oh, it's like, it's boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, like that. I just assumed that it was.
Yeah.
But rewatching it, it's like, no, there's actually, like, a little bit of nuance here
Yeah.
with how they're portrayed, where, like, Moonracer and Powerglide, they have the vibe of, they went on a bunch of adventures together and stuff.
Yeah.
They were like Indiana Jones and one of his many adventuring buddies or something like that.
I say with it, you also got to think that with it being Transformers and Autobots, stuff like that, their relationships aren't really physical, so they just kind of they have more emotional connection. Like, they're best friends.
Right.
They've been together for centuries.
Yeah, it's really interesting, and it kind of gets a deep dive in other mediums and stuff. But when you're functionally immortal and basically indestructible, and that there's no, like, physical component to the relationship, how much more of it is based on actual building of trust and relationship and stuff, when there isn't that sort of, like, physical desire or anything tied to it. And that a lot of the Transformers relationships are actually, like, pretty wholesome in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And
At least in G1.
in G1, yeah. But I do like that, like, Powerglide and Moonracer are more of, like, adventuring buddies. Inferno and Firestar are kind of like, first responder, like, co-workers
Facing
and
trauma
stuff.
together.
I think,
Trauma bonding.
yeah.
Yeah.
Chromia and Ironhide, I think, are the only ones that are, like, pretty explicitly suggested to be romantic.
They actually hug.
They hug. That's the extent of it.
Whoa.
Physical affection, disgusting.
Ugh.
Now she's pregnant. We can't hold hands.
But, like,
Can't hold hands on TV.
I got the idea that, like, they have a Princess Leia Han Solo kind of dynamic where it's like, they probably, like, bicker a lot but eventually make up, sort of thing. But Prime and Elita 1,
I actually wonder. Hang on. I actually wonder if Powerglide and Chromia, Moonracer might be siblings.
They give
That
off
would
a
kinda-
lot
yeah.
of, like, sibling vibes.
Yeah.
And color palette wise.
Yeah.
But then again, so do Inferno and Firestar, so.
Yeah.
I
I
really
feel
like
like-
how they all match.
I feel like Powerglide and
matchy.
Moonracer pick on each other. I feel like that happens.
Sorry, go on. Brian
But-
and Alita.
It's weird because Optimus and Alita, they, in the beginning of this episode, they feel like they have the most, like, romantic.
Tension.
It's kind of building it up to be like, they're, lovers of destiny, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the reveal in this is that they're probably siblings. And it's a very awkward ending where she's like, oh, I hope to see you again. Yes, I love Alpha Trion. He's like a father to me. And he's like, yeah, I gotta go.
I do love how
Without the context of War Dawn, it definitely plays exactly like that.
they are committed to the war, though. Like, she's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
hey, we're gonna stay until the war's over. I'm like,
Yeah.
Yes.
oh man, they are
think
dedicated.
that-
They are dedicated businesswomen
Yeah.
on a mission. Okay.
I really love that. It's too bad we just never see them again. However, we never see a body and we never hear a name, so I assume they survived the movie.
Yeah. Oh.
She just
That-
changed her name to Alita too.
Yeah, and I love the way slight tangent, but it's on topic. I love the way Skybound Energon Universe comics have adapted this storyline
Yes.
of Alita being so angry about him leaving.
Yeah, she's actually, she grew bitter and resentful of Optimus.
I may be
After
salty
he
if that
disappeared.
happened.
Because she loved him so much, you
Right.
know, and because they needed him to help fight the war. He's been missing for 4 million years.
Yeah.
You know, so this meeting is very this is another reason I think that they probably...
This is the good ending.
This is the good ending. Yeah.
Skybound explores the bad ending.
Yeah. Another reason why I think that they probably went into stasis until just recently.
Yeah.
And then also the Netflix cartoon, or not cartoon, show. I mean, yeah, it is.
Animated, yeah.
Cybertron
CGI.
Trilogy, I
The
guess it's
Cybertron
called?
trilogy,
Also watched that.
Also explores that with Alita 1 and Optimus. It explores the leaving part of it a little
Yes.
more.
She's
I think she died, didn't
At least
she?
there was no kids in the divorce, okay?
Yeah. They're fighting over who gets Bumblebee.
I was like,
She kept the last
Everyone
last name
got
one
hurt.
in the divorce.
Yeah.
everyone got hurt in this. There's no good side right now, okay? Everyone thought the other person died.
Yeah.
One of them took Bumblebee, the other one took Cliff Jumper.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway. But yeah.
But yeah, I do think that they've adapted her as a good foil to Optimus in recent versions of her character. And she was kind of forgotten for the longest time, and it's good to see her like back in the spotlight now.
Right.
And especially alongside RC. Like, usually RC is just like...
It's either or.
It's one or the other.
I like seeing both.
There's only
hands.
room for one woman.
Yeah.
Okay.
One pink female transformer.
Yeah.
What if we made RC blue? I guess we can have Alita 1 again.
Blue's a boy color. Gosh.
But Chromia's blue.
It's pastel robin's egg blue.
There we
Okay.
go.
Okay.
There we go.
Did you say rabbit egg?
Robin's egg.
Oh,
There we
Robin's
go.
egg. That makes more sense.
Jackrabbit's legs. Come on.
Yeah.
There we go.
How else do they bust
Okay,
out with
yeah.
their antlers?
Yeah. So,
The jackalope.
in other news, this could be another one of Starscream's bizarre adventure.
Yes.
More
His-
Starscream.
Because he gets like these random episodes where it's him and this small crew of
Yeah, it's always Starscream, Rumble, War Frenzy, one of the
Soundwave.
Coneheads, Soundwave, Astrotrain, sometimes Blitzwing.
just some
Going on a
group of that,
shenanigans
yeah.
episode.
This continues in like all the shows, I swear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's always gonna be Starscream and saying something and ticking off the wrong person that's taller than him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Always biting off more than he can
Putting his-
chew.
Putting his tail fins in his mouth.
Yeah.
You're so annoying.
He's,
I love to hate him though.
he's
Yeah.
terrific.
He's
He's like that nerdy like little kid that you're like you're gonna get bullied in school, but you have the bullies on your side.
Yeah.
Right? You're the bully who gets bullied because you're the bully.
He's like manipulating all the schoolyard
Right.
bullies against each other. And then gets beat up in the end.
But yeah, every time I come back to this episode, I'm expecting some 80s sexism, but it holds up pretty good.
Yeah, it's something about it felt like Star Wars Legends in style. I don't know really how to describe it, but
Space.
it felt like,
Final frontier.
I guess. I guess it's like the kind of, it still feels like fast and loose with the lore and stuff, but still fits.
We can't have too much lore, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This feels like the goods.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, where
Like before the prequels
where
trilogy
people
came
just
out,
got to play around with what is Star Wars?
Right.
Yeah.
This feels like it's in that era while still being like really true to the,
Vibe.
to the vibe
Yeah.
of Transformers, and not really in the way that like Child's Play or The Gambler are.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, let's just have fun, but more of like, let's tell a off the beaten path storyline.
This could be the origins, you know.
And kind of like plant some seeds.
This isn't
and
like
stuff.
a super life or death situation, but it is like some lore dropping, you know.
And it feels
Some
kind of like
Easter eggs for the future, possibly.
right,
Yeah.
like high adventure, but also with like larger ramifications that kind of go unaddressed. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's cool that they're not, trying to introduce new toys with this one, so they actually get to just do whatever they want with the characters.
yeah,
Because, sadly, they didn't get toys.
right.
I think also
yeah.
the fact that we were born after this show started helps that we didn't see toys in the
That's
store.
true.
Yeah.
I can't remember seeing toys in the store for Transformers in Podunk, Nowhere, Michigan for quite a while. Maybe some dollar store knockoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Transforming cars.
I remember when when I was a kid, I would always look at the Legos, right? And then when I found out about Transformers, basically I turned around and was like, oh, there's a whole other aisle to this toy.
Yeah.
These toys.
Less building, they already come together.
Right.
Exactly. I just have to move them
They're a
around.
puzzle in that you have to change them.
Oh,
Okay. Anyway, anything else you want to say about this episode?
Holds up well. I like it.
Okay.
It's good representation. I enjoyed it, and it wasn't like that. What you think of like 80s sexist.
Right.
It was a good intro to the female Autobots, despite there being a slight maybe female non-Autobot, female Transformer in a previous episode.
Yeah.
This is actually like, hey, okay, they're kick butt. This is why we haven't seen them. Sneaky little spies, Black Widow type.
Yeah.
I like
I
it.
didn't even realize that comparison. Yeah, they are like Black Widows and stuff. That's pretty cool.
And there's no man, so they are widows.
Yeah.
They all thought their husbands died in war.
Well, they will in the movie.
Ouch.
Oh, God.
But yeah, enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Okay. And with that, let's take a short break and come back with our next episode in a second. And we're back with The Girl Who Loved Powerglide. When Astoria Carlton Ritz, the heiress of Hybrid Technologies Corporation, is kidnapped by the Decepticons, Powerglide swoops in for the rescue. At first they don't get along, and it turns out she jinxes all technology. But as they hunt, they get to know each other. As they are hunted, they get to know each other. Powerglide is injured and Astoria taken to the Decepticon Sky platform where she is interrogated by Megatron for her father's formula. She befuddles his attempts and destroys the formula as Powerglide helps her escape and wreck the station.
Befuddles is a very accurate term for Astoria.
She's great with tech.
I did not realize just how much I was going to love Astoria Carlton Ritz until I rewatched this episode.
I had to watch it a couple times because, like, at first I was like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Like she didn't cause the drill to break. That guy just sucks. And then he shoved her, and then that's what broke that.
Yeah.
Why is everyone manhandling? This is what I would have thought the first Autobots would have been like when they met the girls. I was like, they're gonna be chauvinistic jerks. No, it's Powerglide.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
toxic. And I was like, sorry if I call him Powerade too.
Powerade.
Powerade. I was
Kool-Aid Man.
Oh,
Bust in there, I'm here.
Oh, yeah!
He would.
I was like, people are shoving her, and that's why tech is breaking. And then later on, I was like, maybe she's actually really good with tech.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the secret. And she just acts like a ditzy airhead.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Well,
Yeah, it's weird because at first, like, one theory might be that the necklace with the formula is what's causing all the technology around her to go haywire.
Yes.
And it starts out with just, oh, well, she's just kind of klutzy. She doesn't know how to fly a plane, and
she messed up Spike by distracting him.
Maybe she bumped Spike, and it just normal everyday stuff. But by the end of the episode, it's these mind-boggling, like, how did that happen type stuff.
Yeah.
Also, she destroys the formula and still causes things to malfunction.
Yeah.
I think she is the Jinx.
So,
like, it's some sort of superpower, and she's super strong and durable, akin to Chip
She's
Chase
getting tossed
and
by
others.
them.
Yeah, she gets slapped by Powerglide multiple times,
Powerglide
thrown off of
absolutely
stuff.
just
Toxic relationship. I was like, why do you like him? He's so mean. Do you have daddy issues?
the man just swatted her.
Right? She goes into the other room with that.
Yeah. He throws her out of the room at one point. Yeah. And then also she's super strong. She just throws that thing really far.
I do
and
love
rips
her.
panels off of things.
Yeah. She's built like a
I forgot
tank.
that.
Yeah.
I do love when we first meet her. She's just like, it's my party. I'll
Yeah.
cry if I want to. So that is, it set the tone of like, oh crap, you know what's happening.
It's just like, oh,
you're just,
annoying.
if you're gonna be miserable, you're gonna make everyone else miserable
Yes.
as well.
Yeah, what an entrance. She's both right, hilarious, and horrible at the same time.
Yes.
She's both annoying and great. Just one of the greatest characters.
She's terrifically hateable in the same way that Starscream is, where it's just like, you are absolutely the worst. I love every second that you're on screen. But, like, I do think that there's a lot of her personality that is intentional. Because, like, when she comes in and she's like, you know, it's my party, I'll cry if I want to. Why aren't you guys having fun? And stuff like that. Everyone else in her life is so oriented around her being the tech heiress that they don't really see her as literally just, girl just want to have fun. But she knows that, and knows that a lot of people are kind of at her beck and call, and chooses a pretty intentionally cavalier lifestyle, but it's not like it's not ignorant. Like, when she talks more about like her past and everything, she's fully capable of like running the company and stuff, and she knows that. She knows that her dad trusted her for a reason, and that, basically the whole world kind of already has her pegged as a ditzy blonde.
Yeah.
So she intentionally uses that to her advantage. And, but I think that also plays into why she likes Powerglide, is because he's a jerk, but but he's the first person who treats her like the way that she ought to be treated.
Yeah.
And like a normal person, and doesn't judge her as just a billionaire tech heiress.
He's like, if I'm running, you better run too. And I'm impressed with her running in heels and a dress and an ugly hat.
She keeps that hat for a long time.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, none of this goes together. You're giving Curious George vibes with like the hat and the yellow.
Yeah.
But, and she kept all those on while being tossed around.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Impressive. I do like that this episode has so much about the Decepticons being frustrated. Like, every single thing they try to do just does not work.
She's such a menace to Megatron.
Yeah, it's not even her. It's just, like, everything else as well. Like, the sky platform, like, crashing into their ship as well.
Yes.
It's
brilliant joke, by the way.
It's a comical, like, long line of failures on their part.
So just saying, when she first gets rescued by Powerglide, and she's like, oh, thank you. I'm like, oh man, first response is thank you. And then she's like, crap, no one's at the pilot seat.
Yeah.
Why is her first response to push buttons? And why is there no like, hey, someone's inside, like, Transformers, someone's inside me, maybe I should turn off the buttons and keep it on autopilot? Like, why is this affecting? But is that like her weird thing? Like her weird power? Because then, when they try to probe her mind later on, it breaks the machine. But first, it does work. And they're like, wow, there's nothing in there.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, is she super smart? Does she have like a chip in her brain? Is she actually just like, clear your mind? This is my mind palace.
The mind palace. She's got a Sherlock Holmes mind palace.
Secretly genius.
Yeah. That is a good point. Yeah.
Use your powers for chaotic.
It is something that I've wondered, like, if you're inside, since they still have all the controls to drive a vehicle, can you mess with a Transformer by messing with their controls while they're trying to drive? Apparently the answer is yes.
Apparently. It makes sense.
Whether it's her superpower
there's no defense, apparently.
Or it's just her using the controls.
It's like if, with open brain surgery where you can, like, stimulate the neurons to cause, like, your arms to, like, move around and stuff.
Reflexes. Yeah. Then again, why... This goes back into my weird theories. Like, why would Transformers have little buttons on the inside?
Right.
Because they're there's not tiny little humans on Cybertron to push buttons.
Right.
Like, hey, let's do this.
I think it would only show up with their Earth forms, is that it's like, it's a carbon copy of whatever they scanned to be their alternate mode. So it's like, anytime somebody's flying me around, then they'll be able to, like, be completely indiscernible and stuff.
Right.
Now, in a Cybertronian form, I don't think they need buttons, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, no. Apparently she pushes all the buttons.
Yes. She literally pushes his buttons.
She also lives on the Avengers building.
Oh, yeah.
I noticed that. I was like, hey, Avengers! Why are you everywhere?
And speaking of, Hybrid Technologies Corporation, do you think going to your red string conspiracy board, do you think they are the ones, just based off the name, do you think maybe they are the ones converting Cybertron tech to improve human tech?
They could be. I think they'd probably be like the funders of those like scientists.
Is there purple?
Is there purple? No, not in this episode. But there's not purple. There's not purple in the other
there's
ones.
not purple.
I'm thinking specifically of Torque 3.
Oh yeah.
But that one's steel. That one's just like gray. And gray is always the humans.
You said Avengers Tower, and then it got me thinking with the hydro tech, whatever technology is her
Yeah.
business. And I was like, hammer tech.
Yeah.
It's gonna be eventually gonna be hammer tech.
But that's-
Iron Man will take it down.
That's probably what hybrid tech does, is that they probably
Yeah.
supply like the weapons and stuff that these groups that were trying to integrate Cybertronian tech, they were probably the hybrid of human weaponry with Cybertronian technology and stuff.
Once
but-
again, the new comics, Destro's
Yes.
doing that, right?
Which, spoilers for the G.I. Joe Energon Universe comics, but Astoria Carlton Ritz is in fact in the Destro comic,
That's awesome.
and they even address her jinxing ability
That's awesome.
as an EMP implanted in her. And that
What?
it deactivates any sort of like electric technology around her.
That's cool.
And
but
she can't get it out without killing herself.
That would
That's cool.
stink.
It's so funny.
That's awesome. But I totally prefer her just being magic.
Yes. It's like inexplicably magic.
I did love how, like, in, like, the middle part of the episode, before she's kidnapped,
Yeah.
when, Powerglide does get injured, and she's like, oh, I gotta wrap it. I'm like a little nurse and rip my skirt.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
wrap it. Like, he's not bleeding out energon.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But he acts like it's the worst
He's
move
like,
ever.
"Gah!
I'm like, you
Oh, my
can't move
arm."
like 5 feet, dude. It's a little scratch, okay? If I could have a leg removed and still hop on one foot, not that I'm missing a leg for those who aren't here.
Can confirm she has both legs.
But I was like, if people can do it, why can't you do it with your little tiny scratch? Move
Yeah.
on. It's like guys when they get sick, they get a little cold and they're out for an entire week.
Just like, I'm dying.
I'm dying.
Yeah.
I'm dying. And she's like, oh, me help you, little baby. I'll put a little skirt right there.
To be fair, most of the time when Transformers get shot in this cartoon, they just kind of fall over. They don't get any battle damage. So when there's actually battle damage animated on them, it must be bad.
It's also very, very close to the canonical weak spot of the shoulder. Because every time a Transformer gets shot in the shoulder and it's like a huge blast, they die. They don't like, oh
Not
shoot,
every time.
I gotta replace my arm. At least very notably
Yeah.
in the movie.
It's just
that
brawn.
happens.
There's
It's
some
just
big
brawn.
energon arteries
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Also,
Well, like in Beast Wars, where like Cheetor has his spark in his hip for some reason.
for some godforsaken reason.
Ron probably just has his spark in his shoulder, and Powerglide has his in his arm. I don't know.
guess.
Don't make me want to watch that one, okay? I can't be a furry. Even if it's a tech furry.
Oh my gosh, Beast Wars.
Cheetor.
is Transformers furries.
Transmetal
Never
Beasts.
Okay, Transmetal Beast Wars gets more into that, yeah.
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 Cheetor's design as a transmetal was not great. But
Anyway, back to this episode.
yes.
I do also want to point out, going back to something you said earlier about you think that she does all this on purpose.
I don't think it's
that,
all on purpose.
Well, not
but
all of it on purpose, but that she's smarter than she looks. I think that's confirmed with the line where it just makes me laugh every time. Where Powerglide says, "You never make sense," and she says, "Yeah."
Well,
Yeah.
I was thinking she's like, in the levels, like lawful good, lawful good,
Yeah,
things like that.
yeah.
She's chaotic good.
Yes.
Like
She's
she
100%
knows
chaotic good.
she knows anything could happen around her,
Right.
and she's just along for the ride.
Yeah.
She's like, I'll use it. I'm
Yeah.
good, but I'm gonna have fun while I'm doing this.
Oh, yeah.
So not quite like whereas Jinx or like Harley Quinn are more like chaotic evil.
Right.
Yeah.
She's just chaotic good,
Yeah.
but without the makeup.
She reminds me of Vash or Vast from Trigon. Where
Vash the Stampede.
Vash the Stampede,
Yeah.
where he's got the reputation of like the most deadly bounty hunter in the world, but he's just a goofy goober.
Like, I bet she'd be good on
I
a
love
camping
him.
trip because
Yes.
she can't do tech. So she's like, okay, let's
Yeah,
learn how to
there we go.
let's do this with my hands. Let's go.
Exactly.
He
I do love Spike shooting his shot, even though he does have a girlfriend at this point.
goes after all the
but-
girls.
What?
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
so-
I don't like him. I don't like him anymore.
I know,
Yeah,
I didn't
right?
like him to
Yeah.
begin with, but even more so.
If
If Carly
this is
isn't
why-
in the episode, then Spike is going after the girl that's in the episode.
This is why I think that season 2 needs to be organized into a different timeline where, like, this episode and the Decepticon Raider and King Arthur's Court need to come before the Immobilizer,
Yes.
or just after it, where like they're not
Spike in
really
his,
in a
his
relationship
flirting
yet, or
phase.
something. Right? Yeah. So then this, although he does seem a little older in this episode. But
I feel like for a lot of the
don't
shows back then, they just made entire seasons and they just switched where they wanted things to go.
Yes,
Pretty much.
That's
It-
exactly
It
what happened.
happens
with
like when
this.
you watch the old-fashioned like Pokemon.
Mhm.
Ash will be like, "Man, what's this Pokemon?" And it's like a Doduo, which I'm
Yeah.
like, "Dude, that's in the very opening scene of the first movie
Yeah.
or the first show."
You already
On-
have 2 of those.
It's literally on your house, like making its bird sounds, and then
Right.
he's like, "What's that? Gengar? Never heard of it." I'm like, "You just had it the episode before."
You've locked
Right.
3 Gengar in their Pokeballs.
Yeah.
They haven't seen the light of day in months.
They just don't get it. They just,
Yeah.
So back in the 80s and 90s, I feel like episodes were
It's
just
even
chaos,
worse. Yep.
and
Yeah.
translations could also be chaos.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they
Basically,
would
what happened was that they were just in a mad rush to make as many episodes as they did, and whatever order they had them in, whatever got done first got aired first, and that
In
became
studio or out of
its
studio?
canonical,
Yeah.
position, even though it doesn't make any sense. So yeah, I think there's a lot of timeline shifting we can do to help season 2.
Yeah. But I absolutely love the interaction of just like, Spike shooting his shot, and then Astoria just like, what do you know about Powerglide?
Yeah, he's all right.
Bit of a blowhard.
As he
He
just
is.
breaks his tools.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, you can't speak correctly or use your stuff correctly. Okay,
It's
deal
like,
with
man,
it. She's not
Spike-
impressed. But then that kind of goes back to the meeting the female Autobots for a second, where it's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
hey, they built a relationship. It wasn't, physical, and that's not what she's looking for. She's
Yeah.
like, I don't care about the tools.
Yeah.
Right.
She's like, I just want to hang out with him and like
Right.
maybe go flying because flying sounds like fun.
Yeah, because
Right.
it's called The Girl Who Loved Powerglide, but it's not necessarily like the girl who fell in love with Powerglide.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
that it is a like, hey, I genuinely like you and just want to spend time with you and have fun.
He does.
Like-
He does become slightly nicer in the end.
Yeah,
You know,
slightly.
Slightly nicer.
I do really. Let's. We'll go ahead and jump down to. Well, I guess that's in the next paragraph here.
Yeah.
I do genuinely like how their relationship grows through the episode. They're both just horrible people at the beginning.
Yes.
And they become somewhat nicer by the end.
Yeah.
They're
I'm gonna
both
mock
still-
you, but mock you like a friend.
Yes.
Right. They're both absolute screwballs still by the end of the episode, but they're much nicer, and their relationship, it's like we've been saying, it's based on genuine friendship that's grown out of this trauma that they've been
This
through.
10-minute bonding
And
trauma experience.
Actual care for each other.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that she assumes that he's above feeling because he's a robot and attachment,
Right.
but she genuinely cares for him, and because of that he learns to actually care for her too.
It kind of goes back to almost the beginning in a way because she's with all these business moguls who are just like, hey, I'm businessman, so I can't
Right.
can't be playing at a carnival or a festival. That's
Right.
what children do. And she's like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna make you do this.
Yeah.
Then you just
I'm gonna
have
make
this
you
big
have fun.
Powerglide who's like, oh, I actually do have feelings. And
Yeah.
she's like, what? You're supposed to be bigger than the big business people, but you actually have feelings and thoughts and
Yeah.
a personality.
And
Yeah.
also, he's a daredevil. Like, that's his whole bio, his whole
Yeah.
personality is like he's a high-flying stunt plane.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he loves taking risks and stuff. So they are actually pretty well suited to each other.
And causing chaos. I love how in the end, she's surrounded by all the humans, and he's just like, oh man, do you think I could come visit you sometime? And she's just like, yes! And kisses him on the cheek and goes, wee! All the way to the car. I'm like, are you 3? Like, you just have all the humans there like, man, he has a better shot than I do.
Wee!
I was like, what? You're running back to a car. Why are you
Yeah.
saying wee?
It really gives off Hamilton vibes. Just like,
Yeah.
I'm a general.
Whee!
Like, you're going back to an average car. You just rode a spaceship?
Yeah.
Why are you happy about this?
Yeah.
Right. Also, his conical head is similar to the hats that she was making the businessmen
Oh my
wear at the
gosh,
party.
that's right.
Oh my gosh.
I just realized
Speaking
that-
of cone heads, apparently the little lore drop, the cone heads are supposed to be the most powerful jets in the universe. So I guess they are, in fact, an
Pointy.
elite group of the Seekers.
They're pointy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pointy head means you're a better
Aerodynamics.
flyer.
But,
Which is so funny because they usually crash into stuff every episode.
Yeah,
that they're
yeah.
in.
They're just terrible.
Yeah.
I feel like it's an insult. You conehead.
Yeah,
Right.
Conehead.
But here it's a compliment. Wow,
Right.
you have a conehead.
Wow.
Maybe that
So
ties
elite.
in with Powerglide as well. Is that
Yeah.
he was a former Conehead,
Maybe. Yeah.
but he was too short to make the cut.
Yeah,
He,
is
he hit too many rocks. It became a little
little
less
stumpy.
cone. I'm blunt now.
Yes.
Another thing I want to ask is Sparkplug's Garage. Is this the same one that's in New York, or is this one closer to the Autobots base?
It
on
looks
Earth.
similar. It is in fact on Earth.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
That's my input right there.
yeah. But is this the same one that they're
It's
using
somewhere
in
on
the Trax and Raoul episodes? Or
It
is
looks
this-
pretty similar because
yeah.
one of the distinct features was having the engine crane. So
That she runs into.
Yeah,
Gets
yeah.
shoved into.
yeah.
Yeah. So does so is High Tech? Are they in New York? Did they fly all the way across the United States to get to the Autobot base?
They took the bridge.
Yeah.
Wait, is the bridge involved in this at this point?
So the space bridge works different than it does in Prime and Animated,
Okay,
where
okay.
The Decepticons have like that purple ring that they went to Cybertron in the
Search for
previous
Alpha
episode.
Trion.
Search for
Yeah.
Alpha Trion. Yeah.
You're gonna make me go back and rewatch the first season of this now, because I already watched a lot of this for the second season. I'm like,
Yeah.
my mom's be like, "Why are you watching this? This is for children." Yes, mother, I am a child.
So I can watch more Transformers.
Let me drink my hot tea, crochet, and watch Transformers, mother. I'm an adult.
Because it's fun, that's why.
I'm not gonna
I could
lie.
be doing drugs. I'm not.
Transformers is my drugs. It's plastic crack.
Energy
It really
runs through my
has become
veins.
plastic crack. This is why I haven't bought a Transformer for myself in like 5-10 years.
Because it costs too much.
Now.
Just like,
I
what made
need
you
to, like,
quit?
yeah.
Did you
I
want
thought you
to...
meant the plastic crap. I'm like, you don't like plastic? That's
No,
fine.
plastic crack like a Warhammer. You know?
Yes.
They call it
Yes.
plastic crack.
There are too many conventions, and I'm like, look at this stuff. One day I have stilts. I can be a transformer.
There you
Yes.
go. Like
Have you
the-
seen that band that dresses as Transformers? I can't remember what they're called.
I've
Really?
seen.
They've got full outfits that make them look like Transformers.
That's amazing.
I've seen the ones where they dress like automatons,
Cool.
like robotic automatons. They have a whole lore and music about it.
Neat.
They're based in Michigan too.
Oh,
Really?
sick.
Yep,
Nice.
steam-powered giraffe.
Steam. Oh, I've heard of them.
Yeah.
Cool.
Transforming, not a time. No, they're Michigan too. Bots. I don't know.
Closer to Nightbird than anything else.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. Anything else you guys want to say about this episode?
This was terrific. I hated it as a kid. I really didn't like this episode as a kid. I love this episode.
This is one of my top 10 of season 2.
Yes.
It's
Had to watch
so
it.
funny.
Watch it a couple times. I enjoyed it more. The first time you kind of get the rage bait.
Yes.
You're just like, everyone's a jerk, and then you're
Yeah.
like, oh wait,
That's the joke.
that's the joke.
That's what's
you
funny.
Get it. You get it. It makes sense.
Yeah.
And it's funny.
Yeah. This is a well put together episode. Really good characters and just like really funny.
Yes.
Really funny. I love the whole skit at the end about the sky platform crashing onto the Decepticon base and the Decepticons freaking out about it and just getting angry at everything not working.
Decepticons,
It's so-
merge and clean up this mess.
Yeah. We'll get to all the great
Yeah.
quotes when we get to the quotes section. Anyway, with that, let's take a break and we'll come back.
That was such a high pitch, too.
Is this the one I'm reading?
Yes.
Yes,
it's you. It's
so
you.
we're back. Hoist goes Hollywood.
Alright, Hoist goes to Hollywood. When Hoist rescues some stunt divers from a movie scene gone wrong, the director of the film offers him a role as a stunt car, which attracts some of the more vain Autobots to also get into acting. Meanwhile, Dirge and some Decepticons are filmed by the movie crew stealing some tech and set out to destroy the evidence. Spike, Carly, and Hoist rescue the negatives in a bombastic scene of acting. Wheeljack reveals that the tech never worked, and then Hoist retires from acting.
Oh, he had a long and lustrous career.
Good day to have.
My career was nice all 10 seconds of it.
Yeah.
So this had a great beginning
Yes.
Yes.
of literally, wow, look at this crazy driver's immediately stands up into the car with hands out And Hoist goes, what happened to driving safely?
What happened to driving safely?
To be fair, Hoist is the one driving, not Spike.
Hey, as we saw in the last episode, a simple button in the car could go flying.
True.
Yeah, true. Yeah, he could have bumped that steering wheel and they could have just went off that cliff.
Yeah.
So did the filmmakers just not close down the roads? Why are they on the same road as this film being made? Are they guerrilla filmmakers? They have their own studio, so I think not. Maybe
On
Spike-
location filming. They
Yeah,
figured
yeah.
they didn't have to get any
I guess.
permission.
But also the director vaguely looks like a cross between Bob Badansky, who was one of the original character writers for Transformers.
For the comics,
and,
yeah.
and also Steven Spielberg.
He very much looks like Bob Badansky.
Yeah.
I was just really impressed with the car stunt just sticking to each other.
Yeah.
Like the props, and I was like,
Laying on top.
I originally was like,
driving
man,
around.
I thought those were Autobots. I was like, cool, more Autobots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Genuinely would be really cool if there was a pair of like stunt driving Autobots who just like they're not even participating
Magnetic
in the
form
war.
field. Just
Yeah. Like
They're like evil
The twins.
Jetfire and Jetstorm from
Yeah.
Transformers Animated. Where
Yeah.
they stick together and they can combine.
It's so cool. Didn't they have those in the live action too? But they had some that
They
could
had
do that.
some character. Oh, Mudflap and
Skids and Mudflap.
Skids. With
Yeah.
the ice cream truck at the beginning of the movie.
Oh boy.
Sorry, that was a fever dream.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Even as a kid, I'm like, what is happening in this movie?
Yeah.
What is happening in the movie that they are making in this? First of all, Harrison Ford or Harold Etzel and Karen Fishhook as Carrie Fisher.
I love-
She even has the Princess Leia hair.
I absolutely love Ford Edsel. Like the Edsel, the famously not functioning car. And
Oh yeah.
Fishhook instead of Fisher.
Right.
It's so good.
And then the director is totally me. If something goes wrong and he just films it anyway. Film it. We'll work it into the film.
I feel like this was just a very fun episode.
Yes.
And they just had a lot of inspiration for this from people around them. I
Oh,
feel
yeah.
like.
Because like
Absolutely.
you get the feeling like, you know, the stunt driving sequence, it doesn't make any sense what's going on in the movie. So he's probably, this is just his mantra even before he's met Transformers.
Uh-huh.
He's just like, I don't know, work it into the film. And it's like, well, yeah, we got some stunt drivers who can flip a car on its head. We'll work it into the film!
Right.
Yes, let's see.
And speaking of Transformers, it's a pretty clever idea for him to hire the Transformers as stunt vehicles. Like, they would have better control of the vehicles being the vehicles than the humans do.
True.
I will say it was like, hey, saving the world? Nah. Pretending to crash into a building and having some dude walk out? Yes.
Yeah.
Your skills are needed elsewhere.
This is a
We'll
good...
pay you in food you can't eat.
Yeah. Yeah, the bagels and the donut.
And I was like, do they only eat round food? Is that what he's assuming?
Yeah.
Is that what they're just, they only eat round food? They have wheels, right? So, you know, bagel, donut. And Hoist was like, bagel? Donut? Like, what are those? And I was just like, dude, come on.
Yeah,
It
does
makes
he not
sense.
know what they are, or is he just confused that he's offering him human food?
It makes sense, though,
Which
because
part is confusing you?
Yeah.
like, he doesn't have a mouth either, so...
Yeah, that's true. It's behind the faceplate.
Yeah. But I absolutely love... I didn't really pay attention to the composition of the Autobots who start doing the stunt work.
Yeah.
And get drawn to the stunt work. But it makes so much more sense now that most of them are the Vane Transformers.
Yes.
Is that you have Trax,
Yep.
famously Vane Autobot.
Yeah, the blue flying car.
Sunstreaker, famously Vane Autobot.
The yellow
Hoist was just
Lamborghini.
kind of like caught up in circumstance.
Yeah. Because he's a humble guy.
Yeah. Powerglide is, he's high flight and he's always like looking for dangerous stuff to do.
Right.
Hoist and Warpath are just there because they're happy to be there.
Right.
I'm just happy to be included.
Yeah.
Warpath's kind
which
of a
one's the one with the non-British accent?
Um.
Who sounds like all fancy and refined and stuff.
That's probably Trax.
Yeah, Trax.
Right.
Well, Trax is like, I'd rather be in...
That's him, yeah. It's
Yeah.
the hoity-toity. I was like, it's not British, it's just hoity-toity.
Yeah.
He was ridiculous.
He's fantastic.
He's ridiculous.
We
Even
had
in the other episodes,
a
I was like,
couple other episodes, I was like, this guy's my favorite Autobot of
Yeah.
all time.
Yeah.
he takes joy.
And
just to look
the
at himself.
whole montage of them doing the stunt
Yeah.
sequences
Yeah.
and then Harold emerging from the crash and then being like, "You deserve a kiss."
Oh yeah, it was always a kiss. You deserve a kiss. You've earned a kiss, or I guess I'll kiss you. And I'm
Because
like,
he
what?
rammed something into a wall.
You saved me having a kiss.
You fool.
Okay, let's think about what kind of movie is Major Picture Studios
A
making.
major picture of
Right.
it.
I was-
So the first movie they're making, it consists of a car chase scene,
Okay.
a crash into a cabin in the desert, stopping a jewelry thieves by ramming a plane into the building, some sort of swamp scene with a crashed plane in it. And then they switch gears to movie 2, which the Attack of the Alien Robots, which starts with robots attacking a plane out of the swamp, taking a plane out of the swamp, and then alien robots. I guess we cut forward into the future when alien robots chase a girl through a futuristic city, and then they are chased off by Dash Jordan, who pursues them through an asteroid field in a spaceship. Also, there's dinosaurs and fishermen and more swamp and a dungeon. But
So-
those might have been for other movies. I wouldn't be surprised if they were in this one.
Yeah.
My first thought is this
Yeah.
is definitely Fast and Furious.
Oh my gosh.
Yes!
Because of the cars.
And because
Yeah.
of
Right.
cars coming out of helicopters,
Yeah.
hanging off of mountains,
Yeah.
and now leave the newest ones where they're underwater and a plane.
There we
It's
go.
Fast and Furious, like
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Harold Edsel
27.
is
There you
bald
go,
underneath
yeah.
that hair. And he wears a black tank top and has a little crucifix cross on his
Yeah.
necklace and he says family.
If you have Indiana Jones playing in Fast and Furious,
Yes.
that's what
Yeah.
it is.
Yes.
Not at all because of Harrison Ford.
Yeah. Exactly.
Harrison Ford is unrelated.
Completely not connected to any of these franchises.
I like to think that this movie also is just like 2001: A Space Odyssey, just like hard cut to the future midway through the movie.
So there's just this montage of action sequences and then hard cut to the future.
Yes.
And there's an actual.
I bet you're wondering how I got in this situation. Let's go back to my beginnings, you know?
It all started when these giant transforming robots stole a thing from a swamp.
So good. I just love how
I don't
much-
know what's going on, but we'll work it into the film.
Yeah. There's also Starscream in this episode look, he's screwed up a lot. Like most episodes that he's in, he generally messes things up. This is like the least amount of messing stuff up. Like there's literally no reason for him to know what film negatives are.
Yeah.
And it's genuine. It's also really funny where he's like,
How was
we
I
destroyed all of them. No, there's actually film negatives. How was I supposed to know there's film negatives?
I was impressed because he knew
Yeah.
what film negatives were and like stuff like that. And like he destroyed the films, just
Yeah.
those ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they look at a camera and they're like, "It's a weapon! Shoot it!"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kill it.
So smart, but so stupid.
Yeah,
Even though in previous-
the elite jets in the universe
Don't know what a camera
they are
is.
stupid. Although it's funny because in that other episode, Megatron's master plan, they use cameras and stuff. Maybe this episode should come before Megatron's master plan because in that they are, Dirge picks up the camera and says, "Hey guys, let's make some home movies," and
Yeah.
they're using cameras to film themselves to frame the Autobots.
Right.
So they know about this tech.
Once again, I can only go back to the female Autobots just caused issues, apparently, even on Earth.
Yes.
They're hiding secretly on Earth,
Yeah.
causing issues, and blaming everything on Starscream.
Yes.
And so...
Starscream looks up and he sees one just disappearing into the shadows and is like, no one will believe you.
And so therefore, Megatron is just really angry at him for no reason. Oh
Yeah.
man, that bot's not working 1,000 miles away.
Yeah. This is
Dang it, Starscream! Why did you do that?
He's
I love the gag of him getting blamed all the time in this episode.
He doesn't he rip out part of him or something in this
brutal
one?
Yeah.
Starscream.
It's intense.
He just I guess he rips out his vocal components to make him shut up at one point or
but
something.
he pulls it
But
out of
it's
his
like,
gut.
No, I was like,
We
did
don't
you
see
murder?
We don't see him for the rest of the episode. Did he die?
He also
I don't think he. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna go back real quick. I need to review the episode.
It happened at minute 15:30.
Hoist.
Sorry. I'm
very
I
specific.
was looking at timestamps of certain things. If I mentioned I look into things too much.
No, he it's supposed to be like his vocal cords go out because he's like.
But he goes up in the chest, and maybe he just went up.
Yeah,
the chest.
up into the sternum and then rip out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's got that glass bit on his chest, so maybe he just.
That's the equivalent to chest hair.
Break through.
Glass his chest.
He just waxed his chest and ripped out his throat cord.
Yeah, you
Well, think
wax your
about-
chest,
yeah.
you wax your
Wax on,
screen.
wax off.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, hang on. When the Decepticons retreat, after Hoist dumps the humans into the flesh-eating lava, which
Yeah.
also, he says, there's no such thing as flesh-eating lava.
That's not what lava is.
There is such a thing as lava.
There is such a thing as
Which
lava,
eats
and it will
flesh.
burn your flesh off.
Yeah.
So I guess it's eating your flesh.
In a way.
Yeah, Starscream is not among the group of Decepticons that retreat in
He's
that
left-
scene.
left on the ship.
He's just in that studio. He's just hanging out in the thing.
Wait, the Decepticons would probably have a healer on standby in case
Yeah.
Megatron got hurt, so maybe he's secretly getting healed.
Yeah.
True.
Well, in
They need someone to blame.
what
So-
episode is it? Cosmic Rust. Starscream is the one that's shown doing the medical repairs.
Oh, yeah, he is.
He's just over there having surgery on
Just
himself.
self-surgery.
So for maybe a week or something, Starscream's just laying in that studio, and they're just working him into the film.
Working in the film.
I mean, he does come back in a couple other episodes, but
Yeah.
if this was the last episode you saw, he just dies here.
Although, I did find it funny that they were like, man, we have to get this film strip from them.
Yeah.
Because the Autobots could watch this movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
They could watch
'Cause
this
they're
movie
like, hey,
and know
our
we have
buddies
something.
are in this movie.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, they think the Autobots also have a movie theater that can fit all of them.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I'm really happy with how inclusive they are in this.
Well, there's that one episode, Prime Target, where the Autobots are watching soap operas.
Yeah. And are really
Tell them to
invested
web
in
up.
them.
They're really invested in it too.
Oh, man. We gotta turn the channel.
But yeah, I like the little chase through the studio with Soundwave bursting through the film screen, and then Carly's always the one with these daring plans and stuff, you know.
She was smart.
Yeah,
Yes.
she's always so
She was whip
smart.
ready.
Yeah.
She every episode she's in, she's always the most capable compared to Spike. Spike is just raw brute strength, but Carly is like always super capable, super smart.
Yeah.
She's awesome.
Which is great. Again, great representation for an 80s cartoon.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that.
So watching this episode, I was like, man, she's got it. She's like, hey,
Yeah.
we already took the film strip. She found it immediately.
Yeah.
She hid the second one under her sweater.
Yeah.
And then, but I love her response where she was just like, come on, like, of course I already have all these things ready. Like, Spike, just grab my hand, come on, don't die, idiot, let's go.
Yeah.
just run, just trust them. Okay?
She's got the most consistent characterization out of any of the human characters, I'd say. That and Chip. Chase.
Chip.
I absolutely I remember laughing a lot about this as a kid, and I love it even more now. Wheeljack's device and the reveal that it's like, oh, that's just a piece of junk. It doesn't even work anymore.
Megatron's so fixated on it, like, it must be a secret weapon.
Yeah.
Well, it technically was supposed to do something. It just never worked.
Yeah.
He never told us what it was supposed to do. Like, for all we know, it could have been a massager.
Yeah.
You know,
Maybe.
de-stress the feet. Put the
Yeah,
feet
there
on
you go.
there.
I mean, look at the shape of it. It's got like big old suction cups on the sides.
This removes eyeballs. That's the torture device.
There you
Oh
go.
no.
Keep it PG.
Right.
It doesn't work. That doesn't
I'll
work.
rip out your optics. He got it from Wheeljack's machine.
This is dark side coming out.
So who did you think sounded like Reptar from Rugrats?
Okay,
What?
So I said that because, you know, when they enter the movie set and they run into the jungle set, he's like, wow, where are we? And she's like, the movie set, just jungle form.
Yeah.
And,
Oh my gosh,
and then
yes.
there's the giant dinosaurs, and I was like, oh man, that looks like just
It's
like
got the
Reptar.
red eyes.
Oh, it's a red
Yeah.
eyes, green. And I was like, Reptar, canon, okay, Rugrats and Transformers, same universe. I mean, you even see Tommy Pickles running around in a little Reptar cart.
Yeah.
Okay?
So did
Maybe
we just see
Reptar is a
Reptar's death?
Transformer.
Maybe his kid
He's a
later
unicorn.
on, maybe the producer's kid later on is like, I'm inspired by Transformers and Reptar. We're
You
gonna
never know.
create an
Yeah.
Auto Reptar.
Yes.
It's canon.
They It
right?
gotta be.
Tommy
Yeah.
Pickles
So-
belongs in here.
So does this mean that we saw Reptar die?
You know, it was a mechanical version.
Oh,
They're
sure,
complaining about him, you know, so.
Yeah.
The movie Reptar.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you you bring up Master Builders, and I should have seen this connection sooner, but
Yeah, so this episode in a way is like Hoist's answers to Master Builders, whereas he's sort of the support guy to Grapple's ego trip in the episode Master Builders.
I'm surprised he didn't try to get in there and be
Right.
like, I'm an artist. I'll help with
I
the
feel
film.
like that's not really his thing.
Not really. He'd be
Acting's not
building the
his
sets.
thing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. He would be interested in building the sets. But yeah, Hoist has always been a humble support guy, you know. And he gets this like innocent chance at stardom. He's like, heck, why not? You know?
Yeah.
And then all the super vain Autobots show up and steal his spotlight again. And he's like, well, okay, then. I guess that's fine.
My
but
10
he-
minutes of fame are over.
Yeah.
but then his true character and acting potential shines when the cameras are off and he has a chance to save his friends and is like, I like being support. His acting career begins and ends in a humble act of service rather than an ego trip, you know?
It is good characterization.
Yeah. And he's just having fun acting, you know? I'm going to throw them into flesh-eating lava!
He's hamming it up.
yeah, he's
He
really
even dressed
hamming it
the
up.
part for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, he looks great with a cape. Everyone needs a cape. Okay? Edna Mode would be upset, but they need it.
Yes.
I was also impressed with their science for that. They're like, hey, this is just mud with bubbles and steam.
Yeah.
you know? 'Cause I was
Actual
like-
practical
I was like, them
effects.
claiming it's mud. I was like, mud doesn't do that.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh yeah, this is how we did it. I was like, thanks for telling me how to do this.
Yeah.
Science.
I'm going to make my own lava now. Thank you.
It's like
we
when-
need. All right,
it's
our
like
next film we
educational
need to
stuff.
Fairy Force 4. We're gonna get some eating lava.
I'll just be in the background with a straw blowing bubbles into some
Yes.
We'll make it intense. Get a leaf blower.
But yeah.
I have to confess, as a kid, I was actually, I don't know why, I never saw the twist coming every time that I saw it. But I always thought that, like, oh no, they actually died in the flesh-eating lava.
I will say, they didn't warn them.
That's true, yeah.
It was like, I'm just going to toss you into this vat of liquid,
Yeah.
and like, Carlene, they trusted them, but I'm like, at least, like, hey, plug your nose.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm throwing you into this
Yeah,
and stay
yeah.
under till you disappear. No.
Yeah, because he says, "Wow, you really had us worried there for a minute, Hoist." And I imagine Spike is such a bad actor that
They're like,
that
"We
he has to
Don't
pretend
talk, you'll
like,
ruin it.
Carly's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
in the mud holding him down.
Yeah.
Like, stay down!
Also, I wonder how that film survived falling in there. I don't imagine it was hot water, but like, that's still naked film. You know? The mud could spoil it.
Going back to, like, looking at Hoist, though, now becoming, like, the little leader in this. I
Oh,
made
yeah.
a joke. I was like, man, look at him. Now he's well known. And I was like, Hoist Prime!
Hoist
Yes,
for
sir.
Prime. Hoist for Prime.
Hoist for Prime. I
Vote for
love it.
Hoist will lift you up!
I forgot. I have a comic, Spotlight Hoist, where it's like him just stranded on a planet. It's from the IDW run. It came with the toy that I bought.
Is that the one with the Tarn in it?
I don't remember. I'm gonna have to go back and read it now. But
I think it
yeah.
does have Tarn.
And I think isn't there? I feel like there was like a vision, a scene where he envisions himself as Hoist Prime.
I think so.
You're onto something there.
I knew it. He has potential.
Yeah.
Yes, I would love
I
to see
knew he had
Hoist
it in
get
him.
and get the Matrix. Which also, no body, no name. I think he survived the movie.
Yes. He lives. He was probably
yeah.
hauling the bodies of his dead comrades.
He's fixed it in
Yes.
post.
Yes.
Wipe it out, wipe it out.
Wipe it out. He lives. I swear he lives.
We need him 3 episodes from now.
But yeah, as a filmmaker, I'm morally obligated to enjoy any episode of a show where characters try to make a film. And it's more common than you would think, too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like a whole trope going
Yeah,
on.
Oh,
yeah, it is. This one's pretty good, too. I especially like that Transformers can just take an episode to be silly like this. This is basically as close as G1 gets to doing a slice of life episode, you know?
Yeah.
And surprisingly, it, in a way, is mirrored in the G1 Marvel comics, where there's a comic issue where a Decepticon pretender, what's his name? The one with, like, the bull skull for a head.
Oh, yeah. Is it Hardhead?
I don't know. I can't remember his name at the moment, but he becomes a movie star in one comic.
Yes, he does.
As a movie monster.
Yeah.
And then there's a comic issue where an Autobot Micromaster becomes a pro wrestler.
I feel like if you did this now, just everyone would have iPhones, so everyone's a star.
Right.
Just comment, like, hey, look what just happened.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it's kind of an odd thing because even though it is called Robots in Disguise, very little Transformers media is actually about the robots being in disguise.
They are not hiding.
Right, yeah.
They're never hiding.
Especially in G1, everybody knows who Transformers is, except for those people who don't know who Transformers
That's
are.
why I was
They're
literally
just
wondering.
like-
I was like, man, are those two cars that are, like, collapsing on each other, are they going to
Right.
be Autobots?
Yeah.
Am I in disguise? What's happening here?
Yeah.
This is a big reveal for me coming in halfway through a season.
Right.
Yeah, like I love that.
Sorry.
You're forgiven. I just need to go watch all the deep lore.
Yeah.
It's always such a good treat though to see Transformers engaging with any sort of like human entertainment at all. Like even if it's them just watching like a TV show, or if it's like Jazz attending music concerts, Blaster, being a concert,
Pirating
a concert. And
Totally thought you meant jazz as in the music form.
yeah,
And I was like,
there is
Autobot
I
Autobot
was like, they're
Jazz.
just playing jazz right
Yeah.
now. Like, jazz hands.
Autobot Jazz is in fact a great character too.
Yeah.
But yeah, and stuff from like the comics with like Thundercracker trying to make a documentary.
Yeah.
And it always works really, really well, and it ties back to like that beginning of More Than Meets the Eye part 1 and through 3, where Hound is realizing what makes Earth beautiful through the eyes of Spike.
Yeah.
And like this is a aspect of that is them engaging with human media and making human media and stuff like that. And also it's a TV show. Like they're also it's kind of meta of like the TV characters are making a TV show and stuff like that. It's fun.
Self-aware.
And it helps a lot.
Right.
Fourth wall break, and you didn't need Deadpool to do it.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Is there
This
any
is how I do
Transformer
it.
that breaks the fourth wall?
I want to say yes.
Probably.
I just can't remember who at the
I was
moment.
gonna say Transpool. There's probably a universe where Deadpool is a Transformer.
Most likely.
So they're not. He
It would
hasn't been in the movies,
Yeah.
but he's there, so he knows.
I feel like it'd be in Shattered Glass.
I think you're right.
I think there is somebody
I think
in
it's
Shattered
either Soundwave or Ravage
being
or somebody
watched.
like that.
For
Yeah.
context, Shattered Glass is the reverse polarity universe where all of the Decepticons are heroes and all of the Autobots are villains.
I feel like a lot of these older shows always have like a reverse mirror episode or like a mirror themed episode
Yeah.
where either there's like an evil twin
Yeah.
or like things are reversed or something
Oh,
like that.
yeah.
It's always such an intriguing thing that like the different tropes or main ideas for those movies back then.
Right.
Yeah.
You can still kind of get them now, but it's interesting how like the things change. Anime
Yeah.
has a beach episode.
Yeah.
All these other
It's
things.
always the beach episode.
Yeah.
Back then, you see a lot of mirror. Like I even have a Star Trek shirt that has like the Black Mirror has the mirror episode.
Yeah.
Right.
Not the Black Mirror. That's a Netflix show. Hashtag not a sponsor.
Spock with the mustache.
Right.
Spock with a
Yes.
beard.
Yeah, goatees
Right.
make you fancy.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Goatees are evil.
They either make you fancy or that's why Megatron when he becomes Galvatron has a goatee.
That's why Scourge
Who is also voiced by Leonard Nimoy.
Yeah.
Oh
in
my
the movie.
gosh.
It's so good.
It's a canon event. They exist.
Yes.
But yeah, no, when they recognize humanity as, hey, you guys should exist maybe.
Yeah.
Just because you're small and squishy.
You guys are fun.
It gives a lot more weight. Episodes like this give a lot more weight where they're risking it all to save humanity.
Yeah, it's
Like, this wasn't even like a high stakes episode.
Yeah,
This is-
yeah.
They're literally working on a movie.
Yeah. You
And-
could have even taken the Decepticon element out of this episode and it still would have been a fun episode.
Yeah, like stuff happening on set. Oh no, someone misplaced the explosives.
Right.
Shouldn't happen on a set.
Right.
They
Well,
still-
that just tells you what kind of movie they're
They,
making.
they still never really addressed
Yeah.
that part.
It's a very guerrilla filmmaking. We started this episode with guerrilla warfare from the female Autobot team. And we were ending the episode with an episode about guerrilla filmmaking.
It works. And yet,
Yeah.
the middle episode was a gorilla woman.
Yes.
But yes, this episode, absolute cinema. I would not change a thing. More like it, please.
Yes. Love it.
I enjoyed it. Carly was one of my favorites.
Carly's
so.
a highlight. Watch Desertation of the Dinobots if you want more Carly action. She's great.
Desertion of the Dinobots.
Desertion.
Desertation.
Don't question me.
Yeah.
It's a dessert with the Dinobots, actually.
Yes.
The dessert.
We're gonna
of the
have
Dinobots.
ice cream.
All right, let's take a short break and we'll come back with our segments. All right, and we're back with our segments. First up, best quotes and weird robot lingo, noteworthy one-liners, dialogue, or weird robot versions of idioms. In the search of our Alpha Trion, we have the classic, legendary, and one might absolutely say stupendous misogyny of Shockwave, say, "Female Autobots, I thought they were extinct." And then...
I think this line alone has drawn people to Transformers just because it's shown up in so many Transformers out of context montages.
Well, it's one of the memes I've seen before.
Yes.
It's like,
Then I love Alita 1 just when they request permission to get back into the secret base. Request denied. You've got company.
You've got mail.
sass.
And then again the sexism Starscream. Shake the hens out of their nest.
How do you know what a hen is?
Do they have
Starscream?
chickens?
Yeah.
Cyber chickens?
Cyber chickens? Yeah, why not, like Roboto hens or something like what? And then Alpha Trion dropping hints when Optimus says only my creator could know that, and Alpha Trion says, "An educated guess, Prime."
Prime's face after that, he's like, oh.
yeah. And then Shockwave actually with the killer line when Ironhide thinks they won. "Wrong, Autobot. Not unless you can fly."
Just start. Not unless you have Sideswipe's rocket pack.
And then Alita 1 with, "Goodbye, Optimus. Don't stay away too long." And then we never see her again.
The Morgan Freeman voice. He stayed away for a very long time.
Right.
Ultimate ghosting.
Yeah.
The girl who loved Powerglide. It's my party and I'll cry if I want to. Astoria being absolutely amazing. Huh? They're after a girl. It's hero time.
It was a boy. Who cares?
Yeah.
Wow, who are you? Powerglide's the name. Well, whoever you are, I think you're the greatest. It's like, sure.
Yeah. Well, to your point, he did not rescue any of those grouchy old businessmen.
No, he didn't. He just rescued the girl. He's in it for the glory.
Then again, she was the only one in real danger.
Oh, true.
Go on.
We gotta find out why they want you. I want to go flying. And I'll send you flying.
Priorities.
Very, he did at one point.
Yeah.
You're like a big baby sometimes. Astoria. Subject's mind completely empty. Soundwave. Oh yeah. That's Powerglide's problem. Correction. Our problem. Activate the force fields. What force fields? You never make any sense. You know that? Yeah.
I busted up laughing at that. Then I ran it back and had to take some notes. And then I said it again, and I busted up laughing again. It was just funny both times.
Yeah.
Anyway.
The honorary mention. Astoria. What do you know about Powerglide?
Yeah.
I will say I do love her. Can I just have a burger?
Yeah.
You're a terrible host.
You're a terrible host. I'm like, just... The girl is starving, okay?
I'm
Her
starving.
blood sugar is low. Give her some trans fat now.
She's gonna faint.
No wonder. Yeah.
Why do you think she's angry? She's hangry.
She's very
Yeah.
angry
She's just
through this
angry through this
episode.
whole episode. That's all she wants through the whole thing is just some food.
She just wants to put her feet up out of the heels and eat a burger.
Sarah with
Okay.
Hoist Goes Hollywood.
Vehicle robot.
Oh yeah, I just put that in.
I was like, what is that from? I was like,
Sorry, that's just a term they used, and I
just like-
thought it was interesting that it's
vehicle
similar to
robots.
car robots, the Japanese, one of the Japanese names for Transformers.
I was like, vehicle tech.
Yeah. Veritech, Valkyrie.
All right. What a name. Good job, Moist. Said the director. What a name, Moist. Said the director again. I just really liked that name.
This is very.
Then you can have a donut. Donut? You can have a bagel. Bagel?
Bagel?
Hoist is really confused about these round objects to eat.
Right.
Then, well, my career was enjoyable, all 10 seconds of it.
I love how resigned he is.
He just accepts it. No one even says anything. They just show up and he's like, I'm done.
It's over.
It's over.
Well, they're better than me.
My life is
They have
over.
better colors than me.
Yeah.
They wax. Let's see. I don't know what's going on, but this is great. Roll camera.
Director.
Gorilla rolling from the director. See, there, Carol.
Her little just like pat on his shoulder where he's like, oh no.
He was just
There.
there.
Yeah, it's not even there. It's just there.
There.
I know. I thought they were gonna like. Did they cut?
Yeah.
Really? Like I expected her to go
There.
there.
Da-da-da.
And she's just there. Da-da-da-da-da. I was like, that was a shock right there.
Yeah.
Honorable mention is Harold's crash out. Just like, oh no.
Such a crybaby. Great crying though.
Oh yeah. That's why he's the actor.
That's why I said.
Let's see, Megatron. Let's see, mutant mechanoid. I like mutants.
Oh my gosh, I love that. This one was the standout one for me. Was just like, I feel like a fool. Do you want to quit? No, but I still feel like a fool.
He do it for the TV.
Do it for the vine.
Do it for the vines. Let's see. Who would want to steal scenes from this movie?
Spike just rags on him.
Ouch. Sorry.
He'd
Let's
be
see.
singing a different tune if he got the part.
Yep.
Let's see. This make-believe world is going to be the end of us.
Yep.
Fourth wall break, And that's our tow truck. Sunstreaker.
Sunstreaker coming in for the defense.
No, he did great acting earlier on. Just saying.
Yeah.
He moved like a robot.
Okay. Oh, shout out to Spike trying to convince them that he could fake being a vehicle robot.
It's like, I'll fake it. Sure,
All right.
buddy.
Next segment. Favorite characters in this batch of episodes. Quick, tell me who and why.
Astoria. It's 100% Astoria. I thought there was going to be competition in this one, but it is Astoria.
I did like Carly just because she was smart, independent,
Yes.
and took control of any situation.
Yes.
I was like, I just appreciate the vibes for that. I would say I like Alita 1 as a close second just because she also knew,
Yep.
but you don't get her again. So,
Yeah.
just for this, I do like her, but she's number 2 after Carly.
Yeah.
Carly is pretty much the most competent character in most episodes she's in. Yeah, I hate to say Astoria, but it's just
Probably Astoria.
It's just so funny.
Chaotic, good.
She's so funny. Yeah, and then also Alita 1 because I picked Carly in the past. I'll probably say like Alita 1 and Astoria.
Yeah.
For same reasons, All right, next segment. Magic slidey hand tack. Any notable gadgets Transformers pull out of their various body parts?
In inexplicable ways and for inexplicable reasons.
All right, go ahead and read us off the whole list.
There's a glass prison that shows up from lasers that captures Alita 1 and the other...
Yeah.
Or no, Moonracer and Alita 1 at one point.
her in a
Ironhide
box.
uses his plasma fingers. They've shown that at one point before.
Yep.
But they're usually for liquid nitrogen.
Finger guns. Pew pew.
You got the Sith lightning just...
No, that's Sunstreaker's thing.
Optimus has a trailer claw bed thingy.
Yeah.
Majig to
Just picks her
transport.
up.
Yeah, it's just like grabs her. Alpha Trion has a terrifyingly human nose and beard. This is the first time that we've seen Transformers with facial hair. It's like floppy but still blocky. It's weird.
Yeah.
His nose is just a human nose. It's really strange. Free floating Shockwave in gun mode. Usually, like Megatron has to be like held, but apparently Shockwave has like jets in him.
Magnets.
And a girl who loved Powerglide is the energy transductor.
Mm-hmm.
Powerglide has a tiny hand parachute that just goes.
Yeah, that was so funny.
Is lending a hand.
Yeah.
He expected her just to hold that like a balloon as she fell down.
Yeah, this is often shown up. Again, Transformers out of context shows up a lot in this. He has a heart of LEDs that show up, and yeah.
It's like down where Spock's heart is.
Yeah, it's like closer to his intestines.
Yeah. But maybe that's his Energon pump lights, and it just happens to make that.
Maybe.
Yeah. I also had a toy of Powerglide that had a little reference to that. There was a panel that he flipped up, and he had a little heart in there.
Yeah.
Did it make
It's
little
fun.
woo-woo sounds when you opened it,
Yeah,
too?
ooga, ooga.
He did make sounds. The battery
Yeah, it was like
did,
doink,
Yeah, he had a
doink.
he had to do, yeah.
So weird.
What does Energon sound like as it pumps through your wires?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Energon coursing through my veins.
Yeah.
And it sounds like doink, doink.
Okay, is the psychoprobe that puts 90,000 volts into your brain and
Yeah.
somehow you can survive that? Is the psychoprobe the same thing that Soundwave used on Chip Chase in the Antimatter episode to read his mind and get the formula?
Yes and no. I think it's because he just used his fingertips in
Yeah,
that episode. This is probably just like the same thing,
Precursor.
but
Yeah.
a chair.
Yeah.
Soundwave has a
Give him a
chest
chair.
light and scanner. Yeah, there's like a weird part where his chest is just glowing for some reason.
Yeah.
Go gadget hoist extendo arm.
Alright, next segment. Favorite errors in the search for Alpha Trion. What guards, Ironhide? It's like, he's like, if Prime can get past those guards, so can we. There's no guards at the space bridge.
You're
Either
fine.
time.
You're free.
It's weird.
They're in disguise.
Yeah.
And then the acid just kind of disappears for a sec. He's just going to fall onto the bubbly floor.
The animation gets really scuffed during that sequence.
Oh, yeah,
with,
yeah.
Elite
There's
One.
a single frame mistake where Optimus's face mask disappears and he has nothing underneath.
I love this
Also,
one. The
red eye chromia.
Red Eye Chromia, right when she says, "Let me kill Starscream."
That wasn't an issue.
Yeah.
That was intentional.
Yeah, right.
She had
Her
killing
nickname's
intent.
Deadshot.
Yes.
In The Girl Who Loved Powerglide, once again, we discussed this previously, but for some reason, Powerglide is a two-seater plane with seats next to each other like a car rather than in line. I think that type of jet, the A-20 something or other, is a single seat.
Is he an A-10?
His
A10,
jet
that's it,
changed
A10.
size and shape so much throughout
Yes.
this movie.
Yes.
I was like, it's a one person, it's an all person, it's this size. Now he's huge. Now she's what?
Now he fits inside Ratchet.
You will learn quickly that scale is a joke in G1.
It's called the mass effect.
Yes.
Mass just changes any effect.
Yeah.
Mass Effect. 1 through 3.
Yeah, there is a term for it, and it is mass shifting. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Mass shifting.
It happens a lot
yeah.
to combiner
There's one-
Transformers.
Also, probably not a mistake, but there's one scene where it looks like she's trying to grab Powerglide's butt.
Yeah, she's like holding the back of his thigh.
Yeah.
Right, and her hand's slowly creeping up.
So it just gives him an attaboy.
also, when he shoots the soda machine and all of that soda comes rushing out, that's some intense carburation or carbonation there.
CO2, whoa.
Hoist Goes Hollywood. Orange hair spike. Closed with 2 L's.
Closed.
Faceless Warpath. And we already discussed Flesh Eating Lot.
Yeah.
My dyslexic brain did not see the closed with 2 L's. I was like,
You
that's
just
how
read
you
it as
spell
well.
it. I'm
Even
like,
though
oh,
it's
yeah.
underlined with a red mark.
No, that's how you spell it. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's how it works. You say cool.
Okay, this one they morph to because at one point when Megatron's at the top of the stairs,
Yeah.
she throws the film at him. He's
Yeah.
huge.
Giant.
He's how are you in this building?
Right.
Suddenly he's like walking down the
Not
steps.
fit.
I'm like,
Right.
okay.
Yeah.
The Mass Effect.
That's always my favorite when it's like them fitting inside human areas where it's like you would be out the roof.
That's one of my favorite things they do with the live actions though, is they're
Yes.
like, this car won't fit in your hallway.
It's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work.
You tried.
They got away with it, the animation,
All right.
Okay.
Next segment. TF Wiki Go button trivia, where we hit go, the random page on the TF Wiki, and see what we find. Usually
Okay.
something obscure.
Alright, so my page for today is Lobhammer.
Oh,
Or in Japanese, Rabuhanma.
Robuhanma.
Or Hama.
Bilhamara.
I like this design.
Rabuhanma.
You say it with confidence, even if
yeah.
it's wrong. Say it with confidence.
Rabuhanma!
You just cursed that one out.
Alright,
like you were
he is
forcing it out.
the newest member of the space pirate Seacons, capable of forming God Neptune's left leg should Scylla be absent.
Oh, he's
he
a
is-
substitute.
Yeah, he is a substitute teacher. He is a Predacon aligned with the Seacons in the Japanese Beast era portion of G1.
Oh.
So from Beast Wars 2 or Neo, wherever he shows up. And apparently he is not really in the cartoon, but he is in the Generation Select Special Comics.
What does he turn it into?
Looks like some sort of crab.
Interesting. It's about the god or Scylla from the god Neptune, when usually Scylla is with Poseidon
Yeah.
as Greek.
Right.
They're just getting their Greek and Roman mixed up. Percy Jackson would be upset, and so would Odysseus.
Right.
Oh, okay. I did not
Yeah.
know about God Neptune being a recolor of the Seacons.
Yeah. So, the Seacons, they show up in Super God Master Force, but then they get redecoed, recolored for Beast Wars 2 or Beast Wars Neo or whatever. Beast Wars 2. And are a separate team, I
Ooh,
think.
I like how the sword is used to kill Purple Convoy and take its purple star power.
Not the purple
I love
star,
purple.
man.
It allows
Not
Primus
just
to
purple
gather
convoy,
all of the energies.
Purple Wicked Convoy.
Oh, it can trigger the rebirth of the universe.
Okay, so
Holy
he
smokes.
is a yeah.
It's a
He
scale
is
wacko.
He's a real recolor of Nautilator, who is a looks like a lobster.
Not a Nautilus?
Yeah, not a nautilus.
Gosh,
Kind of weird.
Wasted.
Yeah. So
What
he
is the,
exists only in the comics, though. Apparently not in the cartoon. His
Piranacon. That's who.
Piranacon.
Yeah.
I'm a Piranacon.
From the
ocean.
Amazon. No, from the Amazon.
I'm
Oh,
the
yeah.
Cybertron.
So the first portion of Lobhammer's name is a portmanteau of components of Lobclaw's name that doesn't convert well into Latin characters.
He's so he's so chunky. Like God Neptune.
Yes.
The God Neptune combined form is just like.
Yes.
Yeah, I love this guy.
So he's a pun on Clawhammer. Anyway.
Not part of Warhammer.
Yeah.
Not part of Warhammer. Nope.
Amazingly not.
Yep.
It's giving me Voltron vibes, or like Power
Yes.
Ranger vibes, where
Yeah.
they connect. I'm the left leg.
Yeah.
These,
Especially since they're all sea creatures.
You don't have
Yeah.
me. You're legless.
I just
Right.
like that he's a substitute too. Like he's not actually originally part
I'm
of
the
it.
backup left leg. Chill.
Just in case
thing.
we lose a leg.
I'm important.
Apparently, his mold was never released with the actual Seacon team for Beast Wars 2. He might have been released during Super God Master Force, but he was not released during Beast Wars 2. So that's why he just shows up in the comics, not in the show. Because the Seacons come with an extra guy, the original toys from the American side that is based on all of the limbs, it's a Scramble City combiner where there's one big main guy in the middle, and then all of the limbs are interchangeable, but they came with an extra dude because all of them could also turn into a gun.
Ah.
So you could put any of the 5 guys on as a limb, and then the extra guy you could turn into his weapon, or you could switch any of the limbs.
Quick,
Or
use your head. Bam.
Yeah. Exactly.
It'd be very funny
Which
if
is
he
a
just
really cool addition to the Scramble City combiner, making them a target master as well. It doesn't work that well. They all look like crap.
Yeah. Most combiner toys are just like very blocky and
Yeah.
indistinct.
I did click the one for Purple Wicked Convoy that comes
Yes.
after Megatron Omega.
Yes.
And it's just like, yeah, he's seen and just enjoying his trademark grape popsicle.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm sorry to say, I would have bought all of the Decepticons with the purple.
Yes.
I would have even like had an army of Decepticons and then had like purple popsicle.
There
I used to
you
drink
go.
grape soda all
Yes.
the time.
Oh, sweet.
So it was meant to be.
You're
Defender of Chaos. I love that name. I want to be the self-proclaimed title of Defender of Chaos.
that works.
How do you
All right.
defend chaos?
You get Astoria.
She
She's
is the
great for
chaotic
this.
defender.
Yeah. She you make sure things don't go right. Anytime things are getting too organized, you say, no, none of that.
You just send her off into the battle on
Right.
Cybertron. The planet disappears.
Yes. Yep. Well, if you like the purple Decepticons, you're gonna love the movie then, because we get a whole bunch of purple Decepticons in that one.
You gotta catch up. I'm behind.
Yeah.
Yes,
Alright.
if you want really obscure lore and just all of it all at once in a very entertaining format, just go onto TF Wiki and just read.
All right. And with that, we'll move on to our next segment. Our cliffhanger questions. Normally, if we have time, sorry. All right, one episode, one of us will ask the other a random Transformers-related question that the other will answer on the following episode. Well, last time we took our summer hiatus, so there was no question last time.
Womp womp.
So this time, Sarah, would you like to ask Hayden a Transformers-related question?
All right. So this one popped into my head first,
Oh,
and
really?
I'm sorry if it's actually a very easy question.
I'm listening.
Big fall of Cybertron, all this stuff.
Yeah.
Who was the last Cybertronian Transformer made?
Oh.
Like, who was the last one born on Cybertron?
Oh, that's interesting.
Like before
They always
left,
joke that
or
Bumblebee.
like
Yeah, they always joke that Bumblebee's like really young.
He's
Like,
like a
he's a
kid, yeah.
baby.
Yeah.
So who is the youngest to be born on Cybertron? Or well,
that is-
grafted? I don't know. Grafted on Cybertron.
that's actually a perfect one because I'm gonna have to research that.
Yeah.
That's
It also
Dun,
depends
dun,
on
dun.
what timeline.
Yeah.
I suppose just focus on G1.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll try to find G1 specific, but if there is like one out there in all of the different
If they don't
different
have the last one
shows.
born on Cybertron, then it'd be
Yeah.
like, who's the youngest in
Okay,
the Gen
yeah.
1?
Yeah.
You know, I'll give you that's the easy one.
Who is
after
the
this,
yeah,
absolute youngest?
good.
I do have a off the top answer. Crimzeek.
He's
The little lightning
Goblin.
gremlin thing that Megatron spontaneously creates in a lab.
We had a comment. Somebody
weird
said the Crimzeek episode is Transformers equivalent to the Trouble with Tribbles.
Yes.
It's like I could not agree more.
Absolutely.
Zap, zap.
Yeah, I will get back to you on that.
Yes. All right. We'll have to wait until next episode to find out what his answer is. And with that, we will move into our wrap up. Thank you all so much for joining us and listening to our ramblings. And a special thank you to the Defender of Chaos herself, Sarah.
Yes!
The purple beach buggy.
With a purple popsicle.
The purple popsicle. I'm putting all of this into your avatar.
This is my lore!
Yes.
I have lore now! This is what I've always wanted. My mom will be so proud.
It's like, Mom, I'm a Transformer.
Well, it was a pleasure being here with you guys. And
Yes.
actually, you kind of reignited my, like, oh man, I need to go back and watch the series that was existed before I was even born.
Right.
So,
Yes.
Glad you
I'm into the
joined us.
prequel stuff now. I'm hardcore now.
Does it feel like, sometimes it feels like to me when I'm starting a series that was created before I was born, I'm doing like ancient historical research. Like,
feels like that.
Gandalf in the library.
Like,
Just
we're even
looking
talking with
through
the
the
continuity
books.
things going on. I'm like, okay, that's it. Now that I need to go back and, like, look at
Yeah.
this. And, like, I'm gonna have, like, notes going on and be like,
Yeah.
guys, you didn't mention this in that one episode? How could you miss this?
Yes.
Oh, we are about to get spammed with comments.
Hyperfixation activate! That's my beach buggy ability, you
It's
know?
like, actually, you missed this.
You told me to count the grains of sand, I shall.
Would you like to read off our outro?
Well, I hope you all will join the BroBots in disguise again next podcast episode, where they will be discussing the Transformers episodes The Key to Vector Sigma, Part 1 and 2, and War Dawn.
Oh, yes, these are good ones. These are very good.
At the time of this recording, these Transformers episodes are available on the Hasbro Pulse YouTube channel, which I use,
Yes.
as well as on DVD if you're old-fashioned, also like me, and several other various streaming services such as Tubi if you like advertisements, which commercials are the best. This is not sponsored nor have been sponsored at any point. Just want you to know where to watch these amazing shows.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks so much for joining us. We would love to have you on for as a guest in season 3 if you would be up for that.
Dun dun dun! You invited the chaos drama!
Yes.
The chaos destroyer!
Defender of Chaos.
All right, we'll see y'all later. Roll out.
Roar.